Life will test you. It will push you to the edge where you feel like giving up is the only option. In those moments, when the weight of your struggles feels unbearable, you must remember one powerful key. Resilience is built in the moments you refuse to quit. Quitting is easy. Anyone can do that. But when you decide to hold on, even when your hands are trembling, even when your heart is heavy, you are shaping yourself into someone stronger than the storm. Every great achiever, every legend you admire, has faced failure, doubt, and pain. The only difference between them and the ones who never made it is this: they didn't quit when it was hardest. Think about it. Every time you push forward when everything inside you screams to stop, you're planting seeds of growth. You're telling life, I may bend, but I will not break. And those seeds grow into strength, wisdom, and victory that no one can take away from you. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about standing up one more time than you fell. The truth is, breakthroughs are often hidden behind walls of difficulty. The darkest nights come right before the sunrise. If you quit, you'll never see what was waiting for you on the other side of the struggle. But if you hold on, if you keep moving, even slowly, you'll find that your persistence opens doors that once seemed impossible to unlock. The first and most powerful key in the journey of never quitting is resilience. Resilience is not just a word, it is the inner armor that protects you when life strikes the hardest blows. It's the ability to bend without breaking, to stumble without staying down, and to face storms without surrendering. Life will not spare you from challenges. There will be days when you feel crushed under pressure, when every step forward feels like dragging a mountain behind you. But resilience is what whispers, keep going, when the world around you tells you to stop. It's not about having an easy path, it's about finding the strength to continue even when the path is full of thorns. Resilience is born in moments of struggle. Think about every obstacle you have faced, moments of rejection, failure, heartbreak, or loss. Each time you chose not to quit, you were secretly building resilience. You were strengthening muscles of the mind and heart that you didn't even know you had. The more battles you survive, the stronger you become for the next one. What's powerful about resilience is that it transforms pain into power. It takes disappointment and turns it into determination. It converts every no into fuel for the next attempt. Resilient people understand that failure isn't the end, it's just a bend in the road. They know that setbacks are setups for comebacks. The truth is, resilience doesn't mean you won't feel tired, broken, or even defeated at times. It means that despite the weight pressing down on you, you refuse to stay down. You rise again, not because it's easy, but because you've made a promise to yourself, I will not quit. And each time you rise, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than the storm trying to stop you. Resilience makes the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Everyone dreams of success, but only the resilient fight through the sleepless nights, the failures, the doubts, and the sacrifices to see those dreams become real. If resilience is the strength to rise after every fall, then discipline is the force that keeps you moving forward every single day. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. It is the quiet, consistent action that builds greatness when no one is watching. Dreams are powerful, but without discipline, they remain only dreams. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when your body screams for more sleep. It's what pushes you to practice, to study, to work, to grind, long after motivation fades away. Motivation may spark the fire, but discipline is what keeps it burning. The truth is, discipline isn't glamorous. It's not always exciting. In fact, it often feels repetitive and difficult. Waking up early, training when you're tired, working on your craft while others are relaxing. These choices are not easy, but they are necessary. Discipline is the price you pay for the success you want tomorrow. Every small act of discipline compounds over time. Like drops of water filling a jar, your daily habits create results that eventually overflow into success. Skipping one day may not seem like much, but skipping every day will cost you your dream. On the other hand, staying consistent, even in small steps, builds unstoppable momentum. Discipline also teaches you self-control. It silences the voice of excuses and strengthens the voice of commitment when distractions come, and they will. It is discipline that helps you say, "Not today, I have a mission to complete." It's the anchor that keeps you steady when temptation tries to pull you away from your path. The greatest achievers in history were not just talented, they were disciplined. Talent may give you a head start, but discipline is what carries you across the finish line. Without discipline, talent fades. With discipline, even the ordinary can achieve the extraordinary. Resilience gives you the strength to rise. Discipline gives you the power to keep moving, but belief is the foundation of it all. If you don't believe in yourself, no amount of talent, effort, or opportunity will carry you to the finish line. Belief is the voice inside that says, "I can," even when the world says, "You can't." It is the fuel that keeps you trying one more time after failure. It is the invisible force that pushes you through uncertainty, doubt, and fear. Without belief, every challenge feels like a dead end, but with belief, every obstacle becomes a test you know you can overcome. Belief is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to see possibilities where others see limits. History is filled with people who achieved the impossible simply because they refused to let doubt control their destiny. Airplanes, electricity, medicine, technology, all of these exist because someone believed before anyone else could see it. But here's the truth, belief must start with you. You cannot expect others to believe in your vision if you don't believe in it yourself. Too many dreams die because people wait for approval, waiting for someone else to say, "Yes, you can." The strongest approval you will ever need is your own. When you believe in yourself, your actions begin to align with your vision. You take risks, you work harder, you stay consistent, because deep inside you know you are capable. Belief doesn't make the road easier, but it makes the journey possible. And remember, belief is contagious. When you believe, others around you begin to feel that energy. You inspire them, you show them what's possible. Your belief can ignite belief in others, creating a ripple effect of courage and action. Resilience helps you rise, discipline keeps you consistent, belief fuels your vision, but persistence is what carries you through the long road of struggle. Persistence is the stubborn refusal to give up. No matter how many times you fail, no matter how long it takes, no matter how far the finish line seems. Many people start strong, full of energy and excitement, but they fade when progress feels slow. That is why persistence is rare. It requires patience, endurance, and a relentless heart. Success does not always come quickly. Sometimes it takes years of hard work, rejection, sacrifice, and silent battles before the results show. Persistence is the fire that keeps you moving forward when progress feels invisible. Think of persistence as the hammer striking a rock. The first strike doesn't break it. The second, the third, the 100th, still nothing. But then, on the 101st strike, the rock finally cracks. Was it the last strike alone that did it? No. It was the accumulation of every strike before. That's what persistence is, refusing to stop, because you know every effort is bringing you closer to the breakthrough. Persistence also means embracing the grind. There will be moments when you feel tired of waiting, when others around you give up, when doubt creeps in and whispers that it's not worth it. But those who persist understand this simple truth. Quitting guarantees failure, persistence guarantees possibility. Every legendary achievement you admire is the result of persistence. Edison tried thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Athletes train for years for just one moment of victory. Entrepreneurs face countless failures before building companies that change the world. They are not extraordinary because they never failed. They are extraordinary because they persisted through failure. Persistence makes you unstoppable. It turns obstacles into stepping stones, rejections into redirection, and delays into preparation. And when you refuse to quit, when you stay persistent, life has no choice but to eventually reward your effort. Resilience gives you strength, discipline gives you structure, belief fuels your vision, persistence keeps you moving. But none of it matters without courage. Courage is the decision to act even when fear is screaming at you to stop. It's not about being fearless, it's about feeling the fear and choosing to move forward anyway. Fear is natural, it shows up before every big leap. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. Most people let that fear control them, holding them back from their dreams. But courage is what separates the few who chase greatness from the many who stay in comfort. Courage is the key that unlocks the doors fear tries to keep shut. Courage doesn't always look loud and bold. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's simply taking the first step when you don't know where the second step will lead. Sometimes it's standing up for yourself when your voice shakes. Sometimes it's refusing to quit when everything in you wants to walk away. Every act of courage strengthens your spirit. The more you step into fear, the smaller fear becomes. What once felt impossible begins to feel normal, and what once scared you begins to fuel you. That's the power of courage. It transforms fear into fuel for growth. And remember this, courage is not only for yourself, it inspires others. When people see you face your battles with courage, they are encouraged to face their own. Your courage becomes a light for someone else walking in darkness. Greatness has never been achieved by the comfortable. It has always been achieved by the courageous, those who dared to risk, dared to fail, dared to step into the unknown. Without courage, dreams stay locked inside the mind. With courage, they come alive. Resilience helps you rise, discipline keeps you steady, belief fuels your vision. Persistence carries you forward, courage pushes you through fear. But the journey is incomplete without patience. Patience is the quiet strength that allows you to endure the waiting, the delays, and the slow progress without losing heart. We live in a world that glorifies speed. Everyone wants results now. Success, however, rarely works that way. The biggest dreams, the greatest achievements, the most meaningful victories, these take time. Seeds don't turn into trees overnight, and neither do dreams. Patience is what allows you to water those seeds every day, trusting that growth is happening even when you cannot see it. Impatience is one of the main reasons people quit. They mistake delay for denial. They confuse slow progress with no progress. But patience teaches you that just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. It reminds you that great things are built brick by brick, day by day, not all at once. Patience is also about mastering your emotions. When frustration rises, when doubt whispers, when you feel like giving up because the road seems endless, patience steadies your heart. It gives you the wisdom to say, "My time is coming. I just need to keep working, keep waiting, and keep believing." The truth is, patience doesn't weaken you, it strengthens you, it keeps you from rushing into mistakes. It protects you from giving up too soon, and it ensures that when success finally arrives, you are ready for it, mature enough to handle it, and wise enough to sustain it. Every great journey is long. Every masterpiece takes time. Every victory requires waiting, and those who have the patience to endure the waiting are the ones who eventually taste the sweetness of success. Resilience gives you strength. Discipline keeps you consistent. Belief fuels your vision. Persistence drives you forward. Courage helps you face fear. Patience teaches you to endure. But above all, the journey requires faith. Faith that everything you are doing, every struggle you are facing, every sacrifice you are making, is leading you towards something greater. Faith is the light you hold when the path ahead is dark. It is the trust that even though you cannot see the full picture now, the pieces are coming together. Faith is knowing that setbacks are not signs of failure, but setups for growth. It is the calm voice inside you that says, "Keep going. This pain has a purpose. This struggle is shaping you. This moment is temporary." Without faith, the weight of challenges can crush you. With faith, the same challenges become stepping stones. Faith allows you to move forward without all the answers. It gives you the confidence to walk into uncertainty, knowing that every step will lead you closer to your destination, even if you can't see it yet. Faith also gives you hope, and hope is powerful. It's the anchor that keeps your spirit steady when life's storms are raging. Hope reminds you that tomorrow can be better than today. Hope tells you that the story isn't over yet. Hope is the spark that refuses to die, even in your darkest nights. And here's the truth. Faith isn't just about trusting the process, it's about trusting yourself. Trusting that you are capable, that you are chosen for this path, and that nothing in your way is stronger than the power within you. When you have faith, you move differently. You carry yourself with conviction, you endure with strength, and you fight with purpose. So when life gets heavy, when the nights feel long, when failure knocks you down again and again, remember the 7 keys: resilience, discipline, belief, persistence, courage, patience, and faith. These are not just words, they are weapons, tools, and shields to carry you through the hardest battles. You were not created to quit. You were not built to surrender. Every struggle you face is shaping you, every challenge is preparing you, and every setback is pushing you closer to your breakthrough. The world doesn't remember those who stopped halfway. It remembers the ones who refused to give up. And you, too, have that fire inside you, so hold on, rise again, keep moving, and whatever happens, no matter how tough the journey gets, don't quit.